Struggling with managing umpire rosters like Sally? The Time Umpire software allows you to take control with ease. Check out timeumpire.com.au.
So New South Wales 5 goals ahead of Victoria, 36-31 on day 5 of the 2019 Australian Men's and Mixed Netball Championships. Coming to you live from Casey Stadium. Glenn Coleman, what do you think was the biggest difference in that quarter for New South Wales?
For New South Wales, the introduction of
Vincent?
Yeah, Julian Vincent. I was going to say Julian. Vincent coming in and that move from Slattery to wing attack, it was just so much more direct play. There was no faffing with the ball of trying to swings and roundabouts, just trying to get the ball into that circle to have a shot. It was direct, it was clean, and the entry ball and finishing off the shots. And
they were finding him far easier than Stahelski as well.
100%. And again, I still don't think it's a height factor. I think it's just a connection factor. And then I think that was a lot on Slattery as well, coming in and just looking straight at the post and just delivering.
So Vincent, 13 goals from 15 attempts in that quarter alone. Stahelski had 12 from 16 to half time. Lee, just the one miss for the game, 11 from 12 at 92%. O'Willie hasn't missed. He's 19 straight, but just hasn't had enough possession. Probably needs to stick in the circle a little bit more if Victoria are going to be a chance in this last quarter. They had a 5-goal lead in the second term. They now trail by 5 as New South Wales get us underway for the last 15 minutes.
In Victoria's defence, they've had injuries at substantial times, and that Punchin coming off was a bit of a momentum changer, and then O'Willie coming off with the eye, and they were very significant points in the game where New South Wales sort of had a bit of a swing back in their favour. It stopped the momentum for Victoria, but they're hanging in there. It's only 6 goals, which we know is nothing.
3 turnovers.
3 turnovers.
So no changes to either side that I can see.
And Glassy didn't get that ball, but the pressure that he puts Roberts under is...
It's the fear.
It's working hard again, and he might not get that one, but he'll probably get the next one.
Great turnover from Josh Byron. Speaking of good players and good plays, you've got to select a player of the match, Glenn Coleman. Have you been taking notes?
Yeah, I've got a pretty fair idea. I know he picked a defender a shooter last night, I think, and I was pretty shocked by that because he's a defender. I'm a shooter, but I think I'm going to pick a defender. So, I think...
All's fair in love and netball.
Well, actually, I take that back because Adam Slattery is playing in the front court now.
That's true. Pick someone in the middle.
I'm covering all bases. I swing at both ends of the court, back in the day. So I spent my twilight years at goalkeeper.
Is that because you didn't have to move?
M-League. No, because I had Roger Quayle and I had Heath Brown playing with me, so I'll just let them do the work. I did the grubby ground ball stuff and bash a few people off the post and let them go out hunting and get the picks, and they make me look good.
So New South Wales 3-1 open this last term.
You've got to remember Josh Byron was a shooter for most of his life.
Yeah, that's true. Yep. And a state champion in athletics running or something.
Yeah, it was a 400, I think it was.
A good tip from Malmo over the top of Vincent. Victoria on the charge now. Just that ball needs to not have that extra half second of hesitation. But really just to make sure Josh Byron is up and ready. Now a timeout for a bit of perspiration on the court. Coming up next on the live stream today is 2:20 and under matches, both on Facebook and amna.com.au. And men's reserve games at 4 o'clock, mixed reserves at 5:30. Then another open men's game to Facebook at 7 p.m. Western Australia against South Australia, and open mixed at 8:30 New South Wales up against Queensland. Some more tight contests. Hopefully they're all as close as this one for the remainder of the day, and then finals start tomorrow and 7 grand finals on Saturday ahead of the AMNA Awards, which will also be hosted by Sue Gordian. Obviously you were busy, Glenn, unfortunately.
Yeah, clearly. Am I back home then? Am I? I think so.
Is it too late to pop on in?
I don't think she'd mind. It's another trip to Bali.
Great take, great play, confident play from Victoria.
I don't understand why this hasn't been for, where were we, 50 minutes. We're getting here and he's toned it back. Oh, he's come back out to the transverse line again now, but, you know, just Julian a little bit flat-footed there, and turnover comes when you get stuck on that high lead and you're sitting there at the top of the circle and you're not going to get that ball. You clear, or you set a screen, or do something. Just if you get flat-footed, the ball's going to get turned over.
Doyle now looking for options.
Jensen putting a lot of work into Simo there, and
Simo's just looking to play on quickly, and there's the switch again. Byron out hunting, and
this is confidence boosting for Victoria, though, irrespective of the. I mean, there's 10 minutes to go, so they're very well still in this game.
But it is the consistency that New South Wales were able to put out for that third quarter, the entire 15 minutes. Victoria are going to need to do exactly the same thing if they're going to get back and win this game.
And you know, and Victoria in the main have pretty much kept to their 7, as we were discussing in the preview, that they're sort of reliant on the 7, and with, you know, maybe, and with Punch and staying on the court, they could well still be in front. But how taxing is this? Jakey Noonan running against Adam Slattery for a game.
I wouldn't do it if you paid me. Look, let's be honest.
No, no way.
So Victoria have cut the margin to 3. They're just taking their time to get through the midcourt. Good advantage play there from the umpire, but now they're looking back to reset. Roberts went back to half court, really. Just had no drivers. Probably not the greatest option.
I'll tell you what, we haven't even talked about the umpires in this game, and I think they've been outstanding.
Yep, couldn't agree more.
Apart from our one call that we disagreed on, but yeah, it's a low scoring, it's a physical game, and
a lot of advantage, a lot of contesting.
But yeah, they've just it's controlled contest. There's nothing reckless. There's nothing you know, there's ugly about it. It's hard. This is the way you want the game played.
Yep. And skillful as well.
And so you expect nothing less from these two teams. I mean, Victoria's the benchmark of skill. You know, they've got these kids that they're like, what, 5 or whatever. They come through the 17s and they've got hands for days. And, you know, the rest of us, other states, sort of look on and just go, where do you just pluck these kids from there?
Another long ball eaten up by New South Wales. The lead's just starting to drop a little bit.
Great ball
for Victoria.
Vincent's been so impressive. I can't say enough about the step up
Matt Doyle calls time. James Robertson coming on at centre.
This is a move I would have expected a little earlier. Robbo's a very talented player, great hands, and great variety. See a lot of ball fakes and a bit of some more creativity. And fresh legs, which is, that's...
Could count in this last 7.5 minutes.
Yeah.
6 the lead to New South, 43-37.
Sidman will just keep going all day. He's experienced enough to... Jensen off the ball, just whacking him. And give him a hit, give another hit. He won't care, he'll just...
They'll all get a nice bath and live to fight another day. Just not enough drive. There's just not enough movement in that circle. And if O'Willy's stationary, then the work needs to come outside the circle. Then even on that throw-in, the two mid-quarters were stationary outside the circle.
And what you don't want is what's happening right now with the Victorians is that turnover comes and you see some looks and some little bit of finger pointing.
Yep.
And that's not what you want. You should be extremely proud of what you put out so far, and
Well, they've shown they've got fight. That first half
100%.
was just absolute nuggety netball. It wasn't pretty. It wasn't a lot of flow, but it was hard and tough. And they sort of went away from that in the third term. But
they've served it up to the defending champions. They really have. They've just, they've... After what happened last night, you could have expected this could have gone.
Yep, absolutely.
One of two ways, and and as I said, with that punch and injury, just I think really was a momentum killer, and he's a massive loss. A lot of times I think he's a great player.
One of the best defenders in the country, Al Punchin.
Yeah.
I hope the ice is just for a look at the minute. Bit of soreness maybe. 10-7 the quarter break to New South Wales. They lead by 8, just over 5 minutes remaining in the game. They do have another game this evening against Queensland, and Victoria have a rest. So this was really must win because it was the only game that they could determine the future for themselves. They now have to wait on other results to see where they will finish on the ladder. Those matches coming at 7 o'clock tonight. Western Australia up against South Australia. That one will be live streamed. You can get the result of the Queensland-New South Wales game on social media shortly after the match.
Vincent needs to be a bit stronger there on a hold if he's going to put his hand up and demand the ball. Yeah,
you got the penalty.
Really lock yourself in on that T hold there, so he can't get around you. Good hold, strong hold.
Willie still hasn't missed.
Stand tall, stand nice and tall. Keep your shoulders up nice and high. Don't drop them. Give your feet as a big target.
Oh, Malmo.
Right, Malmo.
He's had a huge challenge in that goal circle, but he's come up with a fair bit of ball, just unable to punish New South Wales Victoria. They've got another
that's
chance.
Old little Jamison there. Get off me. Changing the style up now. A couple of minutes to go, New South Wales.
I think the leads are coming a little bit early for Victoria as well, because they are taking their time to turn and then they're having to reset. So
New South Wales is going to be a bit like half press.
Yeah, they're tracking really well There's the opening through the middle, though.
And that's when your eyes have to go straight to O'Willie as your first option. Quick hands, give him the ball, and just not that hesitation.
I think I said that last night. Always look to the circle first.
Yep. That's one of my squawking noises. I check the post, check the post, check the post. Always just check the post. When you start looking laterally and you're going across court or just trying to swing balls and you're not checking that shooter, just hold your defender accountable. Even if the ball's not there, you hold the keeper accountable. Make sure that they know that that's your first option before you start. If they know, then that's when your defenders are out picking balls left, right and centre off the sideline and you're toast.
So that was the goal prior was actually Brody Roberts' first goal of the quarter. So Taylor Glassy having a big last 15. Just over 2 minutes to go. New South Wales still lead by 5, 47-42. Malmo had another look. Miss from Vincent. Opportunity for Victoria to peg another back.
They're going to need to go quickly if they want a result. That's it.
Yep.
I'd say it's a little bit gone, but 5 goals, but 2 minutes.
Robertson.
Seen
Yeah.
crazier things happen, but not at this pace. It's
New South
everyone's
Wales
on the
just
same lead.
swarming again. Yeah.
Yep, and the same lead every time. Is that first ball, everyone's taking the first ball. One long option. one short
Great
option.
flick pass from Brody Roberts.
Sticky fingers there from O'Willie under the post to drag that in.
Sticky fingers indeed.
That's too much height.
Yep.
Just sort of floated it up in the air rather than putting it into space.
And a hold on O'Willie. First offensive call for the game, though. He was penalised earlier during the tournament a couple of times for a raised elbow, so he's cut that out of his game.
I have noticed that the offensive penalties have come down a lot in the previous years. I think last year there seemed to be a big trend to penalise the front court, the shooters and whatever, and we've taken it back out of the game, which is good. I think sometimes a little bit too much whistle is
Detrimental to the overall look of the game. Robertson, incisive ball to Roberts. Quick flick to O'Willie.
One last push.
Yeah, 15 seconds to go. Margins 4. Robertson just plays through Jensen on that occasion. And O'Willie with the last goal of the game. So New South Wales take it on day 5, 48-45 over Victoria. They were pretty impressive in that third term, took it 17-10 and take the 3-goal win. So it means that they will head into their last round match tonight, clear on top of the ladder with 7 wins. We'll be back right after this with the post-match interview.
And he's locked in, but what a goal! Inundated. So popular.
So we're here with MVP of the game, Adam Slattery. Adam, a bit of a scrappy win, but you got there in the end. And I had to pick a player of the match, and Michael Hutchinson asked me about moving you to wing attack, and if that was a good move, I said you wouldn't make a mistake, you wouldn't do anything wrong, you get the ball in the post, and you didn't let me down. You played an awesome game defensively. You were amazing. How did it feel?
Yeah, it felt really good. Obviously, it probably wasn't the start we wanted, or even 3 quarters we wanted, but proud of the boys to fight and get the win.
Julian Vincent, even I said I'm shocked at the leaps and bounds he's come through, and he's just been outstanding, and he held his own. And your connection with him, I was stoked. The ball went through. You looked straight to the post, delivered the ball, and he's played really well.
Yeah, he's a big boy. He holds his ground really, really well. He's come so far with us this year, and yeah, he's just a great target for us at the back.
And lastly, Taylor Glassy, Fitness Deluxe, you and him in the back. You guys were outstanding. Turnover. You just applied the clamps, and you did a great job.
Yeah, Taylor, our whole defensive end, actually, our process is worry about our own, shut down our own players, and the turnovers will come.
And that's your player of the game, Adam Slattery. Well done. You're a great game. Thanks.
Open the lead at Premiers. How does that sound?
Big wicket, that one bounced. Come on!
The drivers have been straight to the fence. Gone. Motor are going through. It's all over for Southern.
He's out. Gillum Jones is out. Can it get over the top of Anderson?
get over
Tracks all the way
Anderson.
back in.
It
It
is.
does. And he's locked in. What a goal!